I trade spot and futures on BYDFi, and if you want to set up an account now, send me a message once you've created your account with your username and UID on Telegram, and I'll put you into a randomly selected prize draw. I've got $10, $20 and $50 gift cards to give out, which basically go against your trading fees, giving you free trading fees basically until the gift cards run out. BYDFi. Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's get started then, shall we? There's not much more to say. It's the same as every day, really. It's all the same, but we'll say it anyway. The chances of some kind of upside are absolutely likely, and you'll be able to tune out after this. It's basically the summary of the entire video. The chances of upside are absolutely likely, especially for something like Ethereum, which on this 4-hourly has got its golden crosses and now is coming down into retesting the 50 exponential here, and again, basically over the last 24 hours over here, which suggests a V-shaped recovery from this area and from this area. That is absolutely true. That's what it suggests. A V-shaped recovery, perhaps not to wicks, but to candle bodies on the 4-hourly, taking us up to 2,658, which is basically just $100 away from where we are right now. But a V-shaped recovery often, not always, but often goes on and surpasses its recovery area. So I would be saying that 28,000 first, then 30. Not 28,000, bloody hell. That would be a call. Oh my god, that would be the ultimate clickbait. 2,800, 3,000, and about 3,400. Those are the areas for Ethereum. So that does make it feel like, if that is possible, and that's what the chart is saying, and it is saying that, it definitely is saying that, you know, we are negatively crossed, but we are above the 0 point on this 4-hourly, so it really wouldn't take much for the momentum to start picking up and shifting up to this level and taking out these increments. Then you would assume, maybe rightly or wrongly, that that all altcoins are able to do the same thing. And, you know, that could be a terrible assumption to make, because that is not how you should play an altcoin at all. Ethereum looks good, so I'm going to buy this. It's got a picture of an animal on it. It's going to work out. Well, no. But, you know, in all fairness, sometimes that just happens. And the market is sometimes best to think about as one. But if we are going to think about the market as one, you might as well look at it as one, which is the total 2, which includes Ethereum, which is still quite good. And look what happened to Ethereum over here. Bounce into a 50 exponential after a golden cross on the daily. It retested it again. Did a V-shaped recovery, went on to make a new local high. So these setups aren't nothing, they are something, and Ethereum is definitely doing something like this on a 4-hourly, so again, the move, if it's going to happen, would be over a shorter period of time, maybe starting already and ending tomorrow, maybe. It could even be that quick, and like I say, we can only really assume a 100%, not 100%, what's wrong with this brain today? $100 move on Ethereum to begin with and see where we go from there. But yeah, the total 2 is still a relatively bullish chart, really. V-shaped recovery above all moving averages, looking quite good. And yeah, nothing to be particularly concerned about, although it is just a chart that basically measures the market caps. And so it is useful, but it's not perfect. Absolutely not. There's no chart that's perfect. Also worth recognizing that stocks did take a bit of a pullback yesterday into the main area of support. So this could end up being a double top now for S&P. This also is the same vibe over here for NASDAQ. And for the Dixie, which is the main thing that we've been looking at, and again, I've been talking about the Dixie, saying that it's neither here nor there, but a little bit of upside before rejection. There you go. Perfect. Exactly as expected. So we've moved into the 200 exponential on a daily where we got a rejection from. The rejection is real, but the follow-through is not quite yet. So I still think that this is a good chance for it to reject here, as we were talking about exactly as expected. So I think that, yeah, rejection here and a pullback to maybe the 10 exponential, which is only a small little pullback, but a downside on the Dixie often is bounce on everybody else. But I'm really thinking about the Dixie as getting ready to actually do a reversal towards the upside for the most part of this year. Might not have done it after this first move. This is nothing more than a death cross retest looking for a rejection, but soon I reckon we'll do it. And the reasons for that are Federal Reserve monetary policy. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to lower rates, which everyone will be like, hang on a minute, your lower rates should go down. That's right. That's right. I think the market's already priced it in, as I say, most days. And so all these bullish events that are coming around the corner, whether it's the Bitcoin ETF, the halving, the lowering of rates, all been priced into the market. And yes, they'll have a good outcome later on this year. That's when the that's when these fundamental changes to all those aspects of whether it's Bitcoin or the dollar actually kick in and make sense. Until then, it would be a buy the rumor, sell the news, as we saw on the ETF. We'll probably see on the halving, and we will probably see on the lowering of rates. Again, it's no crystal ball. It's just once you've been in the market for long enough, you recognise these things as basically commonplace. And the market tells you what it's going to do before anything else happens. The market tells you before anything. There's a good way of talking about it, thinking about it like this, right? So here we are, bull market, downside on Dixie all the way to December 2021. We stayed low until May. May is when we had a crypto crash, and then basically everything started to change, didn't it really? We did hang around in a bull market until around about this area into 2022, and then the big upside in the Dixie happened. But inflation was running high the entire time. It just wasn't being addressed. So the market knew about inflation and it knew about rate cuts before they happened, right? And it priced it all in and it made a very perfect, neat and tidy chart. This is how markets often work. Markets almost, they can read the future. They know what people are going to do and say. They understand geopolitics. They understand everything way before it happens. And then when it actually does happen, it's time to sell. Because the people who are unable to read the markets or interpret them correctly, they're the ones who basically, oh, it's the halving today, I'm going all in. No! But it's bullish, don't you see? And there's only half the amount of bitcoins as there were yesterday being awarded to miners. This is a clearly bullish scenario, so it's a no-brainer. We will definitely profit from this the moment the halving takes effect. That's what happens to Captain Noobmaster, and they're not wrong in a way. They are right, but as for immediate gratification, that's not likely to happen. Same with the lowering of rates, and same with the ETF, same with any old thing. Anyway, like I say, you probably didn't get this far of the video because I basically summarized the outcome of Bitcoin and Ethereum particularly, which is that I think we're actually going to see some move up. We'll start off with a $100 move, see if we can make it up to maybe over a $200 move, and see if it trends. Am I going to play it? No, my strategy remains the same. I sold more or less the top, let's face it, and I'm looking to find some serious lows later on down the line. If we get more clear-cut setups, I might be in and out of some quick scalpy trades, but really I'm looking to reposition myself much lower than all of this later on down the year, as you all know. So it's just, like I say, I like to look at charts, and if there is something worth playing, I will play it. But this, to me, on a risk-reward basis, is still not acceptable. The rewards are potentially good, but the risk for me, it's gonna. I don't want to move the goalpost, and I don't want to move away from my overall strategy, which is to buy significantly lower across the board for altcoins and Bitcoin. And if it takes me 2 to 8 months to do that, that's what I'll do. Right, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the Patreon live streams on a Friday, so that'll be tomorrow. Other than that, hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.